I am curious.
Players' forces are under attack.
Gonna start off with a little bit of creeping here, using some coils. He can't get a fast level 2 if he goes for both of the green camps. LawLiet has no scouting information early. This is one of the weaknesses of the Pally Rifle build. You have no footy scout early to figure out what's going on. Even when humans play, and when undeads play an expansion, they still have an Acolyte scout, so this doesn't tell him anything right now. Seeing the Acolyte here. Kill the Acolyte though, with the Holy Light.
Players' forces are under attack.
A little bit of experience right away, but the DK using a lot of mana already. Would love to prevent level 2 Paladin. Steal some last hits with the coil. Skellies take a while to finish the camp, but they will be able to do it. And the DK is just a little bit too late to get that steal. Oh, now with the coil. No, too late. Pally gets level 2, gets the aura. And now, this is the downside of Ted Fiend build. You have almost nothing early game. You have one DK with no mana and one Fiend, and so there's almost nothing you can do pressure-wise early on. But it transitions very strongly into Tier 3. Once you reach Tier 3, with Triple Hero Orb, which you get too fast, with a good number of Fiends and some statues, then the strat gets very strong. But early, it is hella weak. Dark Ranger second could be a possibility, right? The Undead tech is a lot faster. Ted Fiends is the fastest tech Undead can play. Human tech is quite a bit slower with those riflemen. Oh, almost a surround on the DK. Oh, rifle. Close to falling, but of course there's Holy Light. Quite a lot of Holy Light. Holy Light costs only 65 mana. Really, really strong. Naga second. Oh, that's kind of cool. Cannot be Holy Lit, of course. Aggressive play, forcing the TP out, and it's going to be a kill. Or rather a deny on the rifle. Not a bad start at all for 1-2-0, but as we know with Pally rifles, once the Pally is level 3, and we got the Blood Mage, with a bunch of rifles, this strat gets very, very strong. One to 0 now seems much better prepared. The question is, can he still beat the Paladin player without expansion?
The players' forces are under attack.
Big camp here being taken away. LawLiet's creep speed has been very slow. Now taking a bigger camp again. And he's about to hit big upgrades. Blood Mage is joining. Pally is going to get level 3 soon. He only sniped the item, actually. Oh, and a nice coil steal. 1-0 with a really good read here. What's going on? Paladin, of course, cannot heal himself. All of a sudden, LawLiet pretty bruised. He may need to go for a shop soon. But there we go. Now we got Siphon. And now we got a lot of mana again. And for 1-0, everything's hurt. He's gonna need that statue. And Naga was a nice choice. LawLiet staying tier 2 for now. He's calling Militia. If he pushes with only level 2 Pally, I don't think that's going to be enough to win. Level 2 Pally is not that strong yet. That level 3 is a big, big upgrade. Needs to creep this camp for level 3. I would love to see a meat wagon, by the way. One meat wagon with Disease Cloud is really good against the Pally Rifle. A-bombs are good on paper, but in reality, if you only have 1 or 2 A-bombs in the front, spreading the disease, it's gonna get gunned down right away. The meat wagon you can keep at range. Oh, big last hit. Huge last hit here on the turtle. LawLiet now setting up a shop, power build. Legion scroll here is going to be wonderful. So many rifles. Pure rifleman. 50 supply, only rifles. He's making a lumber mill over here. Some mana being drained here as well. And that's finally Pally 3. Huge level up. Big invuln. 1 of mana steal on him. And absolutely no mana on the undead side. As so often against a blood mage. And with the rifles, you just focus whenever is in front. Oh, invuln necessary there. Saves the hero. DK had to TP away, otherwise he was going to lose him to the Holy Light. And loses 2 fiends. Oh my god, is LawLiet doing it again? Pally rifle abuse all the way, baby. What are we seeing? More statues. Why? Why would you go destroyers against this? It doesn't make no sense. Big invuln again. That's the downside of playing Naga, of course. You don't have a Dark Ranger late game with the silence. Late game silence very valuable, against Paladin especially, because that prevents Holy Light that can get you kills. That's what we used to see when Happy used to play against Thorzane, way back in the day. Oh, nice block with the Blood Mage. That's a kill. Bonk. Gets another Fiend. 3.5 on the Pally. 2.5 on the Blood Mage. Little ivory tower over here. I like it. DK didn't even get level 3. Up until now. 1-0 is about to go 0-3 against the Pally Rifles. Two 1 upgrades on the rifles. Wait, we got a workshop over here. LawLiet's building a little base over here. Bring the peasants now for repair. Oh, LawLiet. Seizing the moment with the Pally rifles. 1-0. Can he finally break out here? Gonna cancel the tower easily. Killed 1 rifle finally, by the way. Where are the Holy Lights? What? Oh my god, LawLiet, what was that? No Holy Light to save the Blood Mage. Big, big mistake. And the Pally Rifles is starting to crumble. Oh! All of a sudden, 1-0 is finding his second wind. It's not over yet, though.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think the mortar teams are a big mistake, to be honest. Sure, they're good against buildings, but they suck against this army. Where's the Holy Light? My dog. There's one. Sloppy plays here by LawLiet. Losing the Blood Mage for no good reason. And yeah, I think these mortar teams are a bad idea. It's cute. Proxy workshop. It's not really good. And now mana starting to run low. That's not what you want to have if you're the human. Mana potion necessary. Holy Light, Invo potion passed. Game is not over. Rifles do more damage than fiends by a little bit. Not these damage numbers, but DPS wise. Vision supply for LawLiet, 57 for 120. He's going A-bombs, by the way. And LawLiet is expanding. He's got a great outpost here, seeing the possible unlit advances. Blood Mage got level 3. That's a big level up for the Siphon. He's got no tank items. Ideally on the Blood Mage you would have to have something like rings or periapt. Did he cancel the A-bomb? Ah no, A-bomb parked in the back of the base, I see. TP home gonna be necessary here in a moment. Finally the mortar teams can do something. They were completely useless up until now. One A-bomb is gonna go down. There's level 4 on the pally. Where is the Holy Light? He's not using it. Finally. Blood Mage, though, in trouble here. Oh, too late with the Holy Light again. Blood Mage out of position. LawLiet making pretty big mistakes here on this first map. Oh, he couldn't finish the power build. He was missing lumber. Oh, I think 120 might be running away with this game right now. The Naga level 2 cold arrow. I love it. It's super sick slow. And now it's one kill after the next. Critical mass of rifles. Once it's gone, it's gonna struggle. Yeah, these mortar teams were a big mistake. There were also some micro mistakes. Losing the Blood Mage unnecessarily. But the big mistakes were the mortar teams. Eer0 is going to claim this first map. And the shock of pally rifles might be over. Not guaranteed, but this one he is able to defend. 120 is able to defend the pally rifles here. Maybe LawLiet was a little feeling too sure of himself. He won the previous series pretty easily, honestly, despite making a bunch of mistakes. But here, that was not quite good enough. Alright, LawLiet says he needs a little break before we start with map number 2. Next map is going to be Twisted Meadows, by the way. I think that's a possible pally rifle map. Oh, wait. There might not be a break necessary. It looks like we are trying to start the next game right away. We've had lots of 2-0s today. Too many 2-0s. Can LawLiet bring us to a third map finally? Let's see. Oh, wait. I need to start another Gamba, of course. I shall not forget. Here we go. Map number 2. But look at this main base. Surprise, surprise. It's no pally rifles anymore. LawLiet here going with a standard, altered timing, Archmage footies, or maybe even MK footies, but most likely Archmage footies. Against 1-0, who's playing a Tetfiend build. Tetfiend build can also beat Archmage expansion, but you will have to all-in push at some point. If LawLiet plays a really strong defensive game, he could win this, but it's not easy to do. This strat is a lot more difficult to pull off than the pally rifles. Thank you.
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Denonji with the resub. Thank you very much. How much experience does LawLiet have playing standard human? This is a really good map for human fast expo. Because as long as you stay alive, as long as you just don't die, there's always ways to win this game. With more creeping, more levels, more heroes, more knights, more gyros, more expansions. Big maps is good for human. With expansion. Question is, can 1-0 kill LawLiet fast enough? Oh! First footy gets ensnared. That's a bit painful. This is some damage on the footman here. Almost 200. For the creep, he should still be able to make work. Trying to kill the rock golem first. DK is coming for the harass. This might be quite a few peasants going down. Archmage with the belt. Very bad item for the early game, but it's going to be good for the late game. DK showing up. Could steal a last hit here. Or just go for the peasants. That's 1 kill. That's going to be 2 kills minimum. Looks like 3 kills likely.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh, there were skellies also in the main base. 3 peasants go down indeed. 1 trapper here still, so there's not even a farm made. Ooh, painful start for LawLiet. 4 peasants. That's a lot of losses. Not really the perfect creep. I think LawLiet made a mistake not killing the High Priest first as well. Of course, he doesn't have that much experience with this kind of an early game. Now the question is, where is LawLiet going to expand? Is it up here or is it down here? 1-0 is scouting for both possibilities. Wait, did he dodge the scout? He was trying to avoid being seen, but the DK does know. He's got a lot of mana. This is a good start for 1-0. He got 4 peasant kills and still full mana on the Death Knight. Oh, big last hit right here. DK doesn't get the big boy. Talisman of Evasion for the Archmage. Very tanky items for the MK later. But the militia duration is over. Not an easy creep at all. DK would love to get level 2. Oh, Fiend. Getting surrounded here. Ooh, losing the first Fiend would be painful. The footy's gonna go down. Try to deny. Didn't quite get it. Fiend also doesn't get denied. Acolyte falls, but the expansion is gonna be quite late here. Gets the coil, and that's level 2 finally. Archmage gets level 3. The Fiend kill was big. If not for the Fiend kill, this would have been a great position for 1-0. Might still be a great position for 1-0, because you can see the tier 2 tech is finished, Lich is coming, and the expo is still far from done. LawLiet gonna need
A player's forces
a
are
lot of
under
towers very soon, because there will be destroyers before too long. Alright, spreading out his footies. He's looking for a possible undead attack. Of course, with the level 3 Archmage, he can now also try to counterattack. 1-0 being very
player's
passive
forces
so
are
far.
under attack.
Fast tech on only 2 fiends. Militia sent out. LawLiet doesn't have the resources to go for a Shredder at the moment, but he might need that to go for those mass towers that he's gonna be needing. Here we go. Footy attack into the back. You need to have perfect Acolyte micro here to make sure you don't lose any of the Acolytes. This could be a lot of footies giving their lives, throwing their lives away. Oh, 1 Acolyte here. Oh, goes down! 1 Acolyte falls, and that is going to limit mining a lot. Game is looking better and better for LawLiet all of a sudden. It was a few footmen falling. Quite a few. Only 1 gets out of it alive. 1-0 is not cancelling the tech. This is going to cost him a lot of gold. We compare the gold mines. It is a 250 gold difference already. It's going to grow to maybe like 550 by the end of the tech. Probably a little bit less. But it might cost him a total of 500 gold in the end.
Forces are under attack.
And we got the Shredder now for LawLiet. It's going to be a late tech. LawLiet setting up towers already. He's going full defense here. Really late tech. And he's getting ready for the counterattack again. Sacrifices were needed for Lordaeron. Yeah, that is literally the job of the footmen. To sacrifice themselves for the greater good. In basically every matchup. Selfless
Forces are under
footmen.
attack.
How is there no Narrow Tower in the main base, by the way? That's very strange. Very greedy by LawLiet, and that's just a straight up mistake. You have to have a Narrow in the main. LawLiet able to punish that. Should be no Acolyte going down this time, surely. But space was created. 4 towers to come up. Tech has finally begun. We don't have enough towers yet to ensure the safety of these bases, especially the expansion is looking still very frail. LawLiet has too many towers in the main, and not enough towers at the
Player's
expansion.
forces are under attack.
Destroyer form being researched. And the level's pretty low though. Oh, we do have determined playoffs already. A1 versus C2, B1 versus D2, C1 versus A2, and D1 versus B2. Okay. I hope Stoka was here to screenshot that. Oh, LawLiet bunching up the towers, by the way. These towers being all next to each other, they're all going to take damage from the splash from the destroyers. That is normally not the way you want to do it. You want to spread them out.
Player's forces are under attack.
LawLiet trying to creep the lab to get sappers. It's going to take a long time, though. Not so sure about this move, because the attack is coming. Mass Tower is researching, but look how far away they are. Destroyer form is done. This is it. Pit Lord, attack. Here we go. Robe of the Magi, that's a good item for the Archmage. Going for another Shredder. Oh, what? Okay.
A player's forces are under attack.
We have a bunch of towers in the main base. 1-0 sees the towers, decides to change course. Going to the Expo instead. LawLiet going for a Sapper, going for the Zeppelin, going for the drop. Harass! Okay! What's this gonna be? Multitasking needed. We have lots of damage against the towers here. 1 destroyer almost going down, getting healed however. Towers take lots of damage. Healing, or repair rather, is late. But look at LawLiet. He blew up the tower. He's going for the Haunted. And he's going to force the TP home. 1-0 has to save the main base. Smart play by LawLiet. I doubted him for just a second. Destroyer is saved. Shredder is saved. Zeppelin doesn't want to leave yet. LawLiet with balls of steel. Not TPing away right away. And now he's going tier 3. A little greedy not to go for workshop first. He is going to need gyros. Also no MK yet. Game's not over. LawLiet, he is pretty broke. He lost quite a bit there. Also no mining at the expo right now. It's a long way across the map for 1-0 though. It takes him forever. If the destroyers stay at home, they can keep the main base safe. But that makes it difficult to attack this expo. Oh, and there's no Arcane Tower burn against the Pit Lord. Pit Lord Rain of Fire is actually going to be amazing here. Archmage level 4. Doesn't have a staff. Probably going to have to TP away here. He's got Blizzard now. That does make sense. But the expansion here is still not fully mining. Oh, and there's an entrance. There is an entrance into the back. 1-0 might still be making this work. Archmage has to TP home, but there's no healing here. Oh, the weakness has been found. The weakness has been found. Towers are being broken. Expansion in dire straits. And the Archmage super hurt. It looks like 1-0 has stabilized. He had to break the expansion, and break it he did. LawLiet down to only 36 supply. Is he gonna try to expand in the north? Kind of looks like it, but what? I mean, LawLiet is so broke, dude. He is so broken, of course his heroes are a lot weaker. The expansion will fall. LawLiet came in with a big shocker today. 2-0-ing 1-0 with the off race in the first match of the day. But here in the second match, 1-0 making good adjustments. Going for his Ted Fiend build. Against which LawLiet was not quite ready. He's putting a ton of resources into another expansion up here. But if 1-0 just scouts this, he can destroy it easily. 1-0 is at 50 supply. He's got a strong army.
A player's forces are under attack.
Has not seen the expansion yet. But LawLiet has, like, literally no units. But he's got double Shredder. A little bit of Blizzard harass over here. LawLiet is trying to buy a lot of time. Expansion is finally running. Ooh, I think yeah, he scouted it though. The destroyer was scouting here in the top left. Saw the towers. Almost went down. And that's going to be another easy base to destroy. LawLiet sending peasants down here again. That's a big blizzard. Lot of damage. We have no gyros yet, though. Without gyros, these destroyers are untouchable. Blizzard. Where is it? Ooh, DK taking a lot of damage over here. All of a sudden, This spell damage is stacking up on the undead heroes and units. We got a knight. Get some serious right click. Coil. Too late! Oh, 1-2-0. No way. Taking out the expansion should have been an auto win for 1-2-0. Ah, the ghoul. Ghoul sees the expansion down here. That attempt is halted. How are there no gyros yet? He's only making gyros now. Bit of a strange game, for certain. But if he just moves out of the blizzard, then there's not that much to fear anymore. Pit Lord gonna be back very soon.
The town is under siege.
And these expansions have not really paid off too well. Ooh, nice staff. Saves the knight just on the brink of death. Shadow trying to defend his friends here. But it's gonna be some peasants going down regardless. LawLiet has to hold this expansion. Could call militia maybe, but he's sending them to the expansion down south. Big supply lead in 1-2-0. 1-2-0 has only ever been mining off of one base, but he hasn't been suffering many losses. Unlike the opponent. There is web. And that's 2 gyros caught right away. 1-2-0, finding more kills. And LawLiet is struggling hard in this game. LawLiet about to be eliminated from the tournament. So much gold has been invested into the expansions, and they've not really been paying off. This one now gonna fall as well. 1-2-0 knows where to strike, knows how to punish. LawLiet's level of play here with the Archmage standard not quite where it needs to be to have a chance. Webs. Tons of kills. I'm not even sure if a single destroyer has gone down so far. The expansion now is up, but that means 1-0 can just go down here again and look for another destruction. LawLiet doesn't have the bank to build the big army that he needs. If LawLiet had like 75 supply Knight Gyros, he could beat this army. But he doesn't have the numbers. Very, very dangerous army here for 1-0. His heroes are looking good. Hitler close to 3 as well. LawLiet now in a very desperate position. No longer trying to expand. He's trying to creep up right now, level his heroes. Only 1 and 2 on Pally and MK. 1-0 is looking for more. 4 destroyers in the air. Towers here easy to attack. Pit Lord Rain of Fire could be really good here as well. Into all these towers back here. Ooh, look at that rain of fire on the peasants as well. And a bunch of gyros caught once more. LawLiet wasn't looking for a moment. All the gyros caught. Instantly killed.
A town is under
1-0 wants to claim his place in the top 8. He's about to do it. Against his late game army, a couple of towers don't really do anything. No peasants left. 37 supply only. LawLiet is going to try to have one miraculous base defense. He's going to give it everything he has, but everything he has is not much. It's 4 knights and 3 heroes. No more. Ah, and 3 gyros. Okay. Gets a surround on the DK here. Ah, never mind. That looked like a surround, but it wasn't. TP out to be on the safe side. Doesn't want to get Stormbolt Holy Lighted here and lose this game. I don't even think he would have lost if he lost the DK here, but no need to risk it. LawLiet has to call it quits here. GG it is. No repeat of the miracle. Pally Rifles wins the first match, but not the second. LawLiet with that eliminated from the DWCC tournament. And 1-0, our final 8th player for the playoffs.